So you took this dope composition and the only thing missing is some damn clouds in the sky. And you say to yourself, I wish there was a way to put some clouds in there. Well, today I'm going to teach you layer masking and how to do it. So stay tuned. Let's jump right in. Okay, so we're in Photoshop and I took this picture at Horseshoe Bend in Utah I think it was like two or 3 months ago. I was there with a couple friends and my girlfriend, and I love the way this picture came out, except there's nothing in the sky. And it drove me absolutely crazy because if there was just some sort of clouds in the sky, this picture would go from being like cool to being a banger. So we want to make this a banger. Now, I'm not a big fan of crazy compositions with like giraffe heads coming out of the water with like a seal, and then you have like an octopus fighting in like the middle of the street, but there's still like a waterfall. No! Don't like those. But when it's something simple like clouds in the sky, I don't think it's a big deal. You're still a photographer, especially if both of them are your shots. You're not a digital artist that these hub pages still, for whatever reason, want to post. That's enough of my rant. Let's teach you the tutorial. So I have my picture right down here, as you guys could see. Let me draw with the tablet right over here. And then we have the clouds picture. Now, a word of advice, try to make sure the tones match. Now, you can always edit them in post a little bit, but essentially you want to make sure they're matching from the beginning as best as possible. So what we're going to do is first on the cloud layer, drop the opacity down to about 50%. Make sure the cloud layer is selected, and let's drop that down a little bit, just so we could gauge where we want the clouds to be positioned. And then we're gonna click on our actual layer and we're gonna move it around. And as you could see right now, we're looking at something in the sky right over here. And the trick is just where to position it and where do you feel comfortable as far as where you want to go. And the cool thing about this is you can erase and you could paint and you could paint and you could erase, and you could do this a million different times until you get it perfect. So that looks pretty good to me. So we're gonna put the opacity up to 100, and there you go, you're done. That's it. No, I'm just kidding. Chill out. So we are going to go down to here next to the FX button. We're going to hold the Alt button, and then we're going to go to click on that, and boom. You're asking yourself, Jay, where'd that picture go? It's not there anymore. Well, if you look at this little black box, we have now a inverted layer mask. And the cool thing about this is now all we have to do is click on the brush tool or hit B for the shortcut, and we're gonna paint in those clouds. And a cool trick right here is white and black. One is to paint and one's to erase. And the little rhyme to remember what it is: white reveal, black heal. Don't know why, don't know where it came from, but that's what everyone says, so I'm saying it too. Okay, so we have white selected, and literally all I'm doing is painting on the image right now. And let's make this a little bit bigger. And let's bump up our flow to 100 because we don't care about the hardness at this point just yet. So paint on, and what do we have here? We have some clouds in the sky now. And all we have to do is paint to the horizon point. Just paint. And this is already looking dope. This is almost done. It's really not that hard to use layer masks. Now if we, I just painted over that, but don't worry, because remember, and I did this on purpose to show you guys, but you just go back over, switch the square to black, and then you can erase everything and just do it over again if you want to, essentially. So let's go back to white. Let's make the brush a little bit smaller, and get closer to the horizon. Now I'm going to go ahead and lower the flow this way it's not so harsh, and we're going to zoom in by hitting Command and the plus sign just so we could be a little bit less sloppy on that horizon point. And then we're just going to paint right in. It's that simple, guys. You don't have to be scared of Photoshop. It is too damn easy. And you could sit here however long you want it to take you, and you just paint and paint and paint until you are satisfied. And honestly, I don't even waste so much time on the horizon because the picture on a little phone screen isn't gonna look anything special, whether you're exact or not. But for those of you that are ADHD, zoom in, get that horizon as good as you can. And the nice thing about having the flow down a little bit, you can go over the bottom layer and it's still not going to destroy the picture. It'll just put a little bit over it and it'll actually look seamless at that point, and that's what you want it to do. You don't want to make this look like you literally took the pen tool, made your selection, and just pasted it on with a harsh, feather, or well, no feather, a harsh edge around it. So we're just gonna paint right here. Go over it. Okay. That looks pretty good to me. Now obviously, for the sake of this tutorial, I'm not going crazy and making it picture perfect. I just want to give you guys an idea on how easy it is to use Photoshop and layer masking. With this, if you wanted to, you can go ahead, save it as a TIFF file or a PNG or a JPEG, however you want to do it. I do like saving as TIFF files because I can go back in and edit like this over here on the side and still have this information. Same with Lightroom. I like to edit and save as TIFF files, just if I need to go back, those settings are already there. But if anything, I would just touch up the sky a little bit to match more of the photo, and that's it. It's ready for Instagram. It's that simple. Once again, I'm using my Wacom tablet with the pen just because it's so fast to use, and that's it. Just wanted to make a quick little Photoshop tutorial for you guys wondering how hard it is to use different layer masking tools, and this one's one of my favorites. It comes in clutch all the time. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more tutorials, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, hit that like button. If you have any questions or any comments or suggestions in the comments below, make sure to drop them. My name's Jay Anthony. Peace out.